from the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, everyone. I'm Connor Smith, alongside my partner Wyatt Wheatlyer, as we get set for North Dakota High School girls basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Fargo Davies Eagles. Girls varsity basketball on Shanley TV is presented in high definition by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletes to a higher level. So, Mr. Lye, what are we expecting to see in today's ball game?
You know, it should be a really good defensive battle here tonight. And from the offensive side, we got a little scoring average stats. Jacobson for Fargo Shanley, averaging 19.7. That's second in the EDC. And then on the first for Davies, Grace Geffrey, 15.3 points per game for Davies. So look for those two to have big games for both teams.
Now we'll send it down for the pregame prayer and national anthem.
You know, anybody that couldn't come to the game tonight, make sure you let them know that tonight's game broadcast on ShanleyTV.com. That first game here, starting the girls' game. Boys' game to follow, again, ShanleyTV.com. I'd like to welcome everyone to the McCormick Gymnasium on the campus of Shanley High School for tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference girls basketball game, featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fargo Davies Eagles, and your home team, Shanley Deacons. Shanley High School, like to remind all fans that we are a tobacco-free campus, so we ask that you refrain from smoking on the school grounds during your visit this evening. The concession stand and restrooms here at Shanley High School are located in the commons area. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your all headwear, as Father Charles LaCroix will lead us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Father, all-powerful and ever-living God, we do well always and everywhere to give you thanks. We thank you for allowing us to gather here tonight. Watch over us with your providential care. Guide us, bless us, protect us. Keep the players free from injury and harm. Allow them to play to the best of their ability. Reward them for their efforts. And let everything we do here today begin with your inspiration. Continue with your grace and give you great honor. We pray all this in the name of your Son, Jesus, by the power of your Holy Spirit, your God forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor America with our national anthem that will be sung tonight by Shanley senior basketball player Will Kenny.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, through ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, silence. Spangled banner began playing o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we're back, getting ready to get our starting lineups set. So Wyatt, what are some other stats we got going in today's game?
For Shanley, they have a lot of steals this year with that hardcore defensive 2-3 zone. Jacobson leading the team, Rotunda leading the team, averaging 4 steals per game. It's crazy. Followed by Jacobson with 3.7. And then for Fargo Davies, Burtness with 3.6 per game. And Kotzik with 3.2. So, hopefully defenses can kick it up a notch and give us a good show here tonight.
Absolutely, definitely plenty of talent down there on the court. Great backcourt for the Deacons with Jacobson, Rotunda, and Swenson. Looking for that three-point barrage as well. A Deacon team that can hit you from all kinds of areas on the offensive side.
First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Davies Eagles. Starting at a guard of 5'6" junior, number 12, Rachel
Starting at a guard for Fargo Davies, a 5'6" junior, number 12, Rachel Niemer.
At guard for the Deacons, a 5'9" senior, number 12, Sarah Jacobson.
And another guard for the Eagles, a 5'8" sophomore, number 13, Carly Kotzik.
At guard for the Deacons, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Ellen Erie.
And another guard for the Eagles, a 5'11" sophomore, number 14, Grace Geffrey.
And another guard for the Deacons, a 5'6" senior, number 23, Annie Swenson.
At forward for the Eagles, a 6' junior, number 11, Kylie Bergantine.
At forward for the Deacons, a 6' senior, number 24, Lauren Rotunda.
And rounding out your top 5 for the Eagles, a 5'8" senior, number 50, Kai Erickson.
And for the Deacons, a 6'3" junior, number 32, Emily Dietz. So as we get set, Wyatt, what are the goals for each of these teams early in the game?
You know, for the Deacons, they really have that hardcore 2-3 zone, really pressuring the other team. And for the Eagles, they really need to stay on Sarah Jacobson and be able to break that zone quick.
Well, and tonight, you know, we're not expecting to see too many mistakes, but those are the little things that will really add up in a intense rivalry like the one we're going to witness tonight.
Deacons looking for number 64 in a row for wins. That would break the all-time North Dakota win streak. So, a lot of things at stake here tonight for the Deacons.
Tipping off for the Deacons, Emily Dietz. And for the Davies Eagles, Grace Geffrey. Deacons win the tip-off. Jacobson taking the ball up the court. Gets it to Erie. Jacobson with it now. Erie and Jacobson passing the ball around. Out to Swenson for 3, and it's good! Annie Swenson from downtown gives the Deacons an early lead. Geffrey. Over to Niemer. Back to Kotzik, back to Niemer. Erickson. Her shot is good. Jacobson to Erie. Rotunda at the top of the key gets it to Swenson. Erie. Across to Jacobson, who drives. Deacons go up empty-handed now. Eagles with the ball. Kotzik to Niemer. And is called for the travel violation. Early mistakes now what the Eagles are going to need in a game like this. Jacobson to Erie. Over to Rotunda. Stolen by Kotzik, who pulls up for the jumper. No good. Geffrey with the rebound gets to Niemer. Back over to Kotzik. Geffrey for 3. No good. And Rotunda ends up with the ball. Now Jacobson driving. And a great take from Sarah Jacobson. Gets the 2 and will also go to the free throw line to see the instant replay. Great strong finish from the senior.
Jacobson's so good at taking the contact and still being able to lay it up and in.
And she completes the 3-point play. Kotzik. Now Geffrey with it. Out to Erickson. Thought about the shot. Niemer. Back to Kotzik. Bergantine's shot is off, and Dietz with the rebound. Jacobson to Erie. Back to Jacobson at the top of the key. And a foul is called on Bergantine.
Call on number 11, Kylie Bergantine, first personal.
Her first personal, second team foul. Now Jacobson. Dietz seemed to trip, couldn't quite get to the ball, and Davies will retain possession. Wyatt, what did you think about these first couple possessions? Some stingy defense as you predicted.
Yeah, you know, Deacons shooting their self in the foot a few times here, and Davies just not hitting open shots.
Now Geffrey.
Both teams will look to correct those.
Jacobson with the ball for the Deacons. Gets to the rotunda for three, and it's good! You don't want to leave those Deacon shooters open, do you, Wyatt?
No.
The foul called, block called on Alan
Falls on number 23, Annie Swenson.
Oh, pardon me, it's on Annie Swenson, her first personal, first team foul. Bergantine inbounding. Gets to Kotzik, who drives, and is rejected by Lauren Rotunda. Erickson, her shot is off. Bergantine with the rebound. Another block from Rotunda, and Swenson ends up with the ball. Great defense from the Shanley Deacons. Jacobson with the pull-up jumper. No good, but Rotunda gets the rebound. And Dietz for two. Great series of events, spurred on by the defensive efforts of Lauren Rotunda. Kotzik to Bergantine, surrounded by Deacons, gets it out to Geffrey for three, and that's off the mark. But great save by Lauren Rotunda on the rebound. And Jacobson's pass is tipped out of bounds. Maybe a little too ambitious, but the Deacons will retain possession. Swenson now over to Rotunda. Erie into Jacobson, who drives, kicks it back to Rotunda. Swenson for three, and it's off. Dietz couldn't quite get the rebound. Now Niemer gets it to Geffrey, now to Kotzik. Back to Geffrey. Eagles looking for an open player, can't quite get anything. Bergantine drives and turns the ball over. Andy Swenson. Jacobson drives, gets it out to Rotunda. And her three is off the mark as well. With 13:08, we have ourselves 13:08 left in the first half. We have ourselves 11-2 ball game. Bergantine inbounding. It's to Erickson, and her shot is good. Great heads-up play from the Eagles. Deacons weren't ready back on the defensive end. Now Rotunda. Over to Jacobson, who drives. And the ball seems to be tipped out of bounds by an Eagles defender. Rotunda to Swenson. Shot clock running down. Rotunda drives, puts it up, off the mark. And Kotzik ends up with the rebound. Kotzik drives and is fouled. And she will go to the line for two free throws.
Fouls on number
You see the replay, strong take, couldn't quite get the bucket to go. That's Sarah Jacobson's first foul, Shanley's second of the first half.
Good job by the Eagles to push the ball up the court and not let Shanley get in that deadly 2-3 zone that they run.
That's definitely something the Eagles are going to have to do. We've seen them do it a couple times now. Kotzik's second free throw is good. Jacobson for the Deacons. To Erie, back to Jacobson for three. And it's good! Geffrey now loses control. Niemer retains possession for the Eagles. Bergentine's shot somehow falls. Erie over to Swenson in the corner for three. And that rims out, but Dietz get the rebound. Rotunda to Erie, into the post to Dietz. Now Rotunda again drives. And her pass, intended for Swenson, is tipped out of bounds. With 11:29 left in the first half, Jacobson will inbound for the Deacons. She gets it to Rotunda. Jacobson drives. It's back over to Rotunda. Great pass from Rotunda to Erie, and her three is good! The Deacons heating up from downtown, and Davies will take a timeout. You see the replay. Great job by Rotunda to find the extra player open in the corner. If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. So Wyatt, coming out of the break, you'd think that Davies is going to want to slow down this Shanley barrage of threes.
Yeah, Shanley's hot right now. They're unselfish, you could say. Always finding the extra man, and that extra man is hitting the three.
As Kotzik takes a three, and she's off. Bergentine with the rebound, goes up. And that shot is good. Great effort from the junior. Jacobson with it. Gets to Swenson. Cross to Jacobson, who now takes the three and is off. And the Eagles will have position as the ball rolls out of bounds. Paper back to Bergentine, over to Geffrey. Rotunda steals the ball. The EDC's leader in steals now drives, kicks it out to Swenson. Thought about the three, steps back, gets it back to Rotunda. Swenson for three, and that's off. Geffrey with the great rebound, but Dietz somehow ends up with the ball. Jacobson, great take! Surrounded by three Davies defenders, still couldn't stop her. Now Bergentine. And her pass sails out of bounds off the fingertips of Erickson. Jacobson. Rotunda now, back to Erie. Swenson has it at the top of the key. Rotunda kicks to Erie, who drives. Forces up a shot, but she somehow gets the rebound. Shot clock running down. Erie takes a shot. And that is off the mark. Kotzik now. It's a pull-up jumper. Rebound by Dietz. Now Jacobson. Erie thought about it. Swings it all the way over to Swenson. And the Eagles take back possession. Geffrey. Kotick. It's to Erickson in the post. Puts up a shot. Great defense from Dietz as the Deacons get the rebound. Jacobson with the pull-up jumper, and that's no good. And Paper hits the rebound for the Eagles. 8:36 left in the first half. Geffrey gets it to Paper. Out to Bergantine. And her three is off. And Jacobson gets the rebound. And it appears that Bergantine fouled Jacobson.
Calls on number 11, currently Bergantine, her second.
It'll be her second foul.
Third team foul, checking
Davies'
back
third team foul of the half.
Also in number 24, McKenna Vetter.
Vetter and Niemer checking in for the Eagles, and Bergen for the Deacons. Erie, Jacobson. And Davies looks like they'll end up with the steal. Great play by Kotick. Niemer now. To Vetter. Erickson looks like she might have taken a step before dribbling, and the Deacons will take the ball back. Erie. Over to Rotunda. Down to Dietz, who mishandles the ball in the post. Would have been an easy bucket, but she can't quite hold on.
That pass a little too hot for Dietz to handle.
Still good idea, though, as Davies now, Niemer, gets to Kotick. All the way down to Erickson. The baseline, she drives. What a take! She gets the basket and will go to the free throw line. Somehow manages to put that one in. It's Emily Dietz's first personal foul. Third team foul of the first half. Now Erickson. Her free throw is good. Jacobson to Erie, back to Jacobson. Over to Rotunda at the corner. And the ball is tipped out of bounds. It appeared by Kotick, and the Deacons will retain possession. Jacobson over to Erie. Rotunda gets to Jacobson, who drives. And the shot clock looks like it'll run out on the Deacons. Great defensive stand from the Eagles. Eagles basketball, and Paper gets to Niemer. With 7 minutes left, we have a 19-12 game in favor of the Deacons. Niemer over to Kotick. Now Paper driving. And she puts up a ball, is fouled, and gets the basket. Great play from Melissa Paper, the 5'8" freshman. Bergantine and Geffrey in for the Eagles, and Swenson in for the Deacons. And we apologize, we are experiencing difficulties with our broadcasting, but we will continue to broadcast nonetheless. Hopefully we'll be able to get this figured out. Swenson with has the ball for the Deacons. Jacobson puts up a three, and that's off. Geffrey with the rebound. Now Geffrey at the top of the key. Niemer. Back to Geffrey. And Vedder's shot is off. Jacobson with the rebound. She takes it up the court for the Deacons. Now Erie in the corner for three. And then it's the side of the backboard. Niemer with the rebound. Niemer now to Geffrey. And Sierra Berg with the steal. Jacobson now has it. Kicks it out to Swenson. Erie at the top of the key. Gets to Erie at the three-point line. Erie for three. But it appears as though Coach Jacobson called a timeout before she could get that shot off.
30-second timeout.
Well, as we sort out these video difficulties, we'll update you on the score. We have a 19-15 Deacon lead. Wyatt, what do you think each team has to do from this point on?
You know, Davies is doing a really nice job of pushing the ball up the court and not letting Shanley get in that 2-3 zone. Shanley looks like they've switched to man defense. We'll see.
And now it looks like we have video back again. Sorry for the difficulties. Another key component, obviously, has been the Eagles' defense not allowing any open shooters as they were earlier in the game. Jacobson with it. And Rotunda takes it. And her shot is off the mark. Geffrey with it now. Niemer over to Vedder. Now Geffrey. Niemer at the top of the key. Into paper. Back to Geffrey who drives. Vedder gets it to Bergantine, puts up the three, and she airballs it. And Geffrey couldn't get a shot off before the shot clock ran out. As the shot clock did not reset because Bergantine's shot did not hit the rim. With 4:52 left in the first half, the Deacons will have possession, Rotunda inbounding. Erie into Rotunda. Great pass to Berg, who puts up the two ends good. That play is set up, though, by Rotunda's great pass. Bergantine now to Geffrey. Gets to Kotzik.
Deacons have switched back to the 2-3 zone, hopefully looking to put some pressure on Davies and get some turnovers.
Erickson gets to Bergantine. Puts up a shot, and Rotunda gets the rebound for the Deacons. Now to Erie. Deacons quickly pushing the ball up the court. Swenson for three. And that's off the mark. Erickson with the rebound. Erickson for two. Rotunda with the rebound. But then Rotunda's called for the foul. That's her first personal 15 foul. And with 3:46 left in the first half, the Eagles will inbound under their own basket. Or I apologize, under the Deacons basket. Erickson to Geffrey. And another foul called on the Deacons, this time on Ellen Erie. That's her first, now sixth team foul of the half.
Eagles will be in bonus. The next foul on the Deacons.
Erickson now from the elbow. Her shot is no good. Rotunda with the rebound. Jacobson drives. Is fouled and gets the basket. Another strong take by Jacobson. Foul is on Kotzek, her first, fourth team foul of the half.
Jacobson shooting one.
And Jacobson's one free throw is off. Bergantine with the rebound, gets to Niemer. Bergantine out to Kotzek. Over to Geffrey, who takes an off-balance shot, no good. A great rebound from Bergantine, and she gets the putback. Jacobson. To Rotunda, who drives. And a foul is called on the Davies Eagles.
Fouls on number 12, Rachel Niemer, second
The foul will be
personal.
on Niemer, her second personal.
15 foul.
15 foul of the half. Solid amount of fouls in the last couple minutes.
There has been. It's not normally like the Shanley team. A lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls.
Some physicality starting to show as the Eagles now have possession. Kotzek. To Niemer, who gets to Geffrey. Back to Niemer, who drives. To Bergantine for three, and her shot is short. But she somehow ends up with the rebound. Now Kotzek for three, and that is also off. Rotunda ends up with that rebound, and she will take the ball up the court for the Deacons. Great defensive play from Bergantine as she blocks Jacobson and somehow manages to prevent the ball from rolling out of bounds. Now Kotzek. Bergantine for three. And that's off the back iron. With 2 minutes left in the first half, Jacobson gets to Erie, who drives. The open take, and that's no good, but she gets the rebound to Swenson. Some controversy following the previous play in which Erie saved the ball from rolling out of bounds. And it looks like it'll stay Deacon possession. Tough to be a referee when there's 100 other referees in the building, as Rotunda now has the ball, gets it to Swenson. Now Jacobson with it. 1:43 left in the first half. Erie gets it over to Swenson. Rotunda.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 21, Alyssa Paper.
Paper checking in for the Eagles. The crowd already getting involved. 35 left in the first half, something that looked like to affect the game, won't it, Wyatt?
Yes, it will. Got a packed house here tonight at McCormick Gymnasium.
Last regular season game. Not to mention quite the bitter rivalry. As a couple Eagles hit the floor. Jacobson drives, kicks it out. Now it's Swenson. And Jacobson is called for the traveling violation.
Eagle basketball.
Kotzek with the ball. It's back to Geffrey, over to Bergantine. Back over to Bergantine, to Erickson, who shoots. Her shot is off. Jacobson with the rebound with 55 seconds left. Pushes the ball up the court. Now to Swenson. And her pass is stolen by Kotzek, whose shot is off, and Erie ends up with the rebound. Now 40 seconds left. Jacobson back in a familiar position. The long two from Rotunda isn't good. And Bergantine with the rebound. 26 seconds left, no shot clock. And the Eagles look to wind down the clock.
One last shot here for the Eagles.
A three would really spark some halftime momentum, you'd think.
Eagles down 6.
Geffrey Over to Kotzek, who forces a three, and she misses that. But the Eagles get the rebound. Geffrey for three. Off the back iron. And that'll end our first half.
Your score, Shanley Deacons 23.
I'll have to send it over to Wyatt for some leading scorers.
Yeah, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fargo Davies Eagles. Kylie Bergantine with 6. Carly Kotzek with 1. She's 1 from 2 from the line. And Alyssa Paper with 3. Kai Erickson also adds 6 for a total of 17. And for the Deacons, Jacobson has 10. Erie has 3. Swenson has 3. Rotunda has 3. And Dietz has 2 for a total of 23.
Well, folks, we're in for a treat. Please join us in the second half. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we're back. Welcome back to some great high school girls basketball action. Wyatt, what are each of these two teams going to have to do in the second half?
You know, for the Davies Eagles, they really need to keep pushing the ball up the court, not let Shanley get into that 2-3 zone, and they need to start hitting some shots. Only 17 points in the first half. That's a little low, and for Shanley, very sloppy play. It's been, Davies has been physical on the boards, and Shanley just needs to be physical right back.
Absolutely. No, as that first half winded down, we saw some physicality from both sides. You know, some increased fouls towards the end of the second half or end of the first half. There, we'll see how that affects the rest of the game. Starting five for the Deacons will be Dietz, Berg, Rotunda, Erie, and Jacobson.
And starting five for the Eagles will be Kotzik, Erickson, Niemer, Bergantine, and Geffrey.
Kotzik will inbound to start the second half. Gets to Niemer. Back to Kotzik. Now Erickson in the corner. Now Kotzik. Geffrey for three. And that's off the front of the rim. Dietz with the rebound. Now Rotunda, pull-up jumper. That's off the mark. Kotzik with the rebound. Now Kotzik pushing the ball up the court. Gets to Niemer for the long two, and that's off. And Erickson manages to scrounge up the rebound. Now Kotzik, no good. But Niemer ends up with the rebound. 2 offensive rebounds in a row. Now Geffrey drives, and she's fouled and gets the basket. Exactly what the Eagles were looking for to start off the second half.
Fouls on number 24, Laura Rotunda. That's her second, first team foul. Geffrey
That's
shooting
Rotunda's second foul. Team's first foul of the half. Erie for three. And she answers. Great shot from the senior now as Niemer pushes the ball up the court. Geffrey gets it to Erickson. Niemer with it now. Kotzik, her three is off, and Rotunda gets the rebound. Dietz, and Dietz is fouled. Looked like she was ready down in the post, but
Fouls on number 13, Carly Kotzik.
she ends up getting fouled by Kotzik. That's Kotzik's second, first team foul of the half. Dietz's first shot off the front of the rim. And her second is good. With 16-17 left in the second half. Niemer with it now. Geffrey. Back to Niemer, over to Kotzik. Bergantine shoots from the elbow. Her shot is off. Great box out from Rotunda, and she gets the rebound. Jacobson over to Dietz, who drives, puts up a crazy shot. That's off. Berg fighting for the rebound, though. And now Davies will retain possession after quite the series of events. Looked like Jacobson tipped the ball out of bounds. Geffrey. Rotunda got her hand on it, but couldn't quite corral the ball. Davies will retain possession. Bergantine for three. And she's good! Now a 5-point lead for Shanley. Looking to answer. Berg. Return over to Jacobson for 3. That shot's off. Kotsick with the rebound. Great pass from Kotsick, but Erickson couldn't quite handle it. And now Dietz will inbound. Rotunda. Dietz with it now, gets back to Rotunda. Jacobson. Who is fouled in the lane.
Fouls on number 50, Kai Erickson. That's her first.
And that foul's on Kai Erickson, her first personal, second team foul. Jacobson off the back of Bergantine, and she's good! What a play, heads up play from Jacobson. We've seen her do that before. But there's not quite any way to completely stop this senior. Now Kotsick. Her pass is tipped out of bounds by Rotunda.
30-second timeout taken by the Eagles.
And the Eagles take a 30-second timeout. So Wyatt, 7-point game, a second ago was a 5-point game, not a position the Deacons are used to being in.
No, Deacons, usually by this time, they have a probably 20 to 25-point lead, and Eagles just hanging around, making it tough.
Well, absolutely. We know that the Eagles have the athleticism that can just about match that of the Shanley Deacons. We'll see how much, how well they can do for the rest of the game. The key point being that great shot from, was it Kotsick or Bergantine?
Bergantine.
That really got the Deacons going, or got the Eagles going, excuse me. But nonetheless, still a 7-point lead for the Deacons. Now Paper to Kotsick. Jeffrey over to Bergantine for 3. And that's off the rim. And Erie's called for a foul on the ensuing rebound. Kotsick ended up with the ball, but doesn't matter. That's Erie's second foul, and also the second team foul for the Deacons. Erickson drives. It's up an off-balance shot, and that's off. And Jacobson rebounds. Rotunda from downtown. Her shot's off. And it looks like the rebound went off Paper, so the Deacons will keep possession. Annie Swenson, meanwhile, checks in for the Deacons. Jacobson inbounding. Great pass to Rotunda, but her shot can't quite go in. Nice setup for the Deacons, but can't come away with points. Kotsick, back to Bergantine. Kotsick for 3. That's off the right end of the rim. A lot of forced shots from both sides, Wyatt. No open looks.
Yeah, and those shots aren't going down for either team, keeping it low scoring.
Foul called down in the post. Looks to be on Erickson, her second. It's third team foul of the half. Jacobson will inbound. It's to Rotunda, who spins in the lane, drives, puts up a shot, no good, and Niemer ends up with the rebound. Kotsick. Now Paper with it. Puts up a shot from the free throw line, and that's good. And that'll cut the Deacon lead to 5 with just over 13 minutes left in the second half. Swenson over to Jacobson. All the way across to Rotunda, who drives, puts up a shot. But the foul appears to be called before the shot.
Fouls on number 11, Kylie Bergantine.
Fouls on Bergantine. That's her fourth team foul of the half. Now Dietz. to Swenson. Finds the open Jacobson, puts up a three. It's off the front of the rim.
Deacons just cannot buy a basket right now. Don't think they've scored since halftime.
Paper again from the free throw line, and that shot's good. Now only a 3-point lead for the Deacons. Swenson. Rotunda back to Swenson. Gets it into Dietz. It's up the shot. No good. Rebound by Bergantine. Now Niemer with it. Bergantine for three. That's off. Back of the iron. Jacobson ends up with the rebound. Deacons looking to end this run by the Eagles. Oh, Swenson for three. Her shot somehow manages to rim out, and a foul is called on the Deacons. Looks to be on Dietz. That's her third personal, third team foul of the half. Geffrey checking in for the Eagles. Erie checking in for the Deacons.
Davies putting a lot of pressure on Shanley, trying to be that spoiler to break that all North Dakota State winning record.
Erie with the steal though. Now Jacobson was around the back. Now to Rotunda. It's to Erie. Thought about shooting it, but couldn't quite get a shot off. Now Jacobson into Rotunda, who drives, puts up a shot. That's no good, but she gets the rebound. Another shot for Rotunda, and that's good. Great effort from the senior. Exactly what the Deacons needed to end that Davies run. Now Geffrey. Great defense from Berg. Forced the pass out to Kotick. Her shot's no good, and Jacobson with the rebound. Now foul is called, looks to be on Niemer. Quite the series of events. A little hectic on both sides. That's Niemer's third personal, 15 foul, as Vetter and Bergantine check in. Erie for three, and that's off. But Davies tips it out of bounds. That was off the hands of Vetter. And the Deacons will yet again retain possession. Jacobson inbounding. Rotunda. Her shot's good. With 10:43 left in the second half, Geffrey gets to Niemer. The ball's almost stolen by Erie. And timeout is called by Davies. Great defensive series by the Deacons. Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV and follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. So quite the start to the second half, what'd you say?
Yeah, the Eagles come out firing. Shanley not able to get some buckets, but they're able to stop that Eagles run and
well, somehow still stay in the lead, still 7-point game. So what do you think she needs to do here to come out with a victory?
Shanley really needs to keep being physical on the boards, getting bodies on bodies and jumping up for those rebounds. If they can do that, I think they have a good chance to win.
Absolutely. The last couple minutes here, that's been a big key to how the Deacons have stayed ahead are those offensive rebounds. And honestly, some mistakes by the Eagles as well. That being said, the Eagles playing great defensively and offensively, staying in this ball game. Now Bergantine will inbound for the Eagles. And she gets to Geffrey. Vetter out to Bergantine. Now to Geffrey. Back to Vetter. It's to Niemer. As the shot clock winds down, Geffrey forces up a shot. That's off the front of the rim. Great rebound from Erie. Now Jacobson. Berg. Back to Jacobson. Jacobson for three. And that shot's no good. Now Niemer with it. The ball stolen by Jacobson. Great play. And she gets to Berg. Now Erie. Ooh, gets to Jacobson. Swenson over to Berg. Back to Jacobson. Swenson open for three. And that's short. But Jacobson somehow ends up with the ball. Davies Eagles are going to need to get a defensive rebound here if they want to stay in this ball game, I think. Now Berg in the post. Back to Rotunda. Swings it out to Swenson. And that shot yet again is no good. Seems to be a lid on the rim from long range for the Deacons. And Vetter drops the ball as the ball goes out of bounds.
Back in for the Deacons, number 32, Emily Dietz.
Erickson in for the Eagles and Dietz in for the Deacons. With 9 minutes left in the game, Swenson. Jacobson for the three. Yet again, the Deacons are off on from the three-point line. Scrum for the ball. Looks like a jump ball will be called. And the Deacons will retain possession.
It's Deacon basketball.
And Rotunda's wide open under the basket. And she's good for two. Somehow manages to go wide open. No Eagles defenders around. Geffrey over to Kotzik. Into Bergantine. Back to Geffrey. Great shot fake. Now puts up a three. And that's off the mark. And the ball will go back to the Deacons. Checking in for the Eagles is Alyssa Paper. Jacobson with it. Now Rotunda, back to Jacobson. All the way over to Swenson. And what a great take from Swenson.
Swenson able to take the contact and float it up in there for two.
Great shot fake as well in order to draw the Davies Eagles. Now Kotzik, she drives and is rejected by the Deacons defense. Jacobson. Looks like there might have been a foul called on the shot, and Jacobson will go to the line. As you see the replay, Bergantine fouled Jacobson. Or maybe not. Maybe there was no foul called. With 7:37 left in the contest. Oh, great steal from Geffrey. Her shot is off. Rebound by Dietz. Now Jacobson out to Swenson. And boom goes the dynamite. Exactly what the Deacons were looking for.
That one got the crowd going.
Now the Deacons finally getting going from three-point land. Well, if you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. So Wyatt, looks like maybe we have finally some scoring going on here.
Yeah, Shanley able to build that lead out to 14 points, and hopefully they can keep that going and get that 64th win.
Well, so far it's looking that way, but you know, the Davies Eagles still playing great basketball. Would not take much to get back into this ball game. And Davies will have possession coming out of the break. Bergantine will inbound. Jeffrey. Back to Bergantine. Kotzik into Paper. Paper mishandles the ball. Jacobson ends up with it. Pull-up jumper. It's no good, but she gets the rebound. And nice job by Bergantine to get the ball, pushes the ball down the court. Kotzik with it, but tipped away by Jacobson. Rotunda drives. Jacobson, her shot is blocked, and a jump ball is called.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Davies basketball.
And Davies will have possession with 6:35 left in the contest. Bergantine to Kotzik. Jeffrey. And the Paper wide open is Erickson. And a foul is called on Dietz.
That's her 4th.
Falls on number 32, Emily Dietz. That's her 4th personal.
Not something the Deacons want to be worrying about. One of the better post players in the state getting into foul trouble. It's like 6.5 minutes left in the game. So Berg will check in.
Dietz at 6'3", a big asset to the Shanley team. It's going to hurt.
To Kotzik, to Erickson, back to Kotzik for 3. That shot is off. Swenson with the rebound. Now Jacobson. And a jump ball is called on the shot.
Possession arrow, Deacon basketball.
And Deacons will still have possession. Rotunda over to Swenson. Now Jacobson thought about the 3. Now she pulls up. And that's good. Jeffrey with it. Out of Bergantine, now Kotzik. A Paper from the elbow gets out to Bergantine for 3. And that shot's good. Exactly what the doctor prescribed, as now it's only a 13-point ball game.
Hopefully that can give the Davies Eagles a spark.
Rotunda with a great take, and she's called for the travel. With 5:29 left, Bergantine will inbound. Kotzik steps out of bounds. And now Rotunda will inbound. Jacobson over to Erie. Rotunda all the way over to Jacobson. Puts it up. That shot isn't good. Bergantine with the rebound.
Davies fans not happy with that call. Thought there should have been a foul on Jacobson. Davies retains possession.
Now Paper to Kotzik, who drives. Her shot is off. But Erickson with a great rebound. And her shot's good. With 4:45 left, we have ourselves an 11-point ball game. Swenson puts up the three. That's off the back iron. Bergantine with the rebound. Erickson now. Her shot is off. And Jacobson looks like she'll be called for the foul.
Paper gets the offensive board.
Fouls on number 12, Sarah Jacobson.
And again, we apologize for the technical issues we've been experiencing this evening. Thank you for sticking with us through it, though, as we still have ourselves a great ball game. Now Kotzek for three, and that's off the back iron. Erie with the rebound. Jacobson. With 3:55 left, Swenson gets to Erie. Shot clock winding down. Rotunda drives. Out to Swenson. Her shot's off, but Jacobson with a great rebound. But a foul is called on Kotzek. Great series of effort plays by the Deacons. They retain possession. That's Kotzek's third personal. 16 foul of the half.
Next foul, the Deacons will be in the bonus.
That's something you want to see if you're the Eagles. Rotunda put up a shot, but it appears as though she was fouled before the shot. So Rotunda will shoot the bonus.
Rotunda at the line with the 1-and-1.
And her first shot is good to extend the Deacon lead now to 12 with 3:40 left in the contest. And her second shot is also good. Now Kotzek gets to Geffrey. Up to Kotzek. Dangerous pass. The Eagles still have possession. Paper now to Kotzek, who drives and pulls up. Her shot is off. Great rebound from Rotunda. Somehow managed to get up and retrieve that rebound. A great pass from Jacobson into Dietz. And she gets the two-pointer.
Great pass from Jacobson. Able
What
to
a-
see the court, get it down to Dietz for two.
Indeed, what a pass it was. As that circus shot falls in from Erickson with 2:55 left. Swenson over to Erie. Now Jacobson looking for an open teammate. Shot clock winding down now with 8 seconds left. Jacobson. Jump ball called.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Davies.
Now Bergantine gets it in to Geffrey with 2:25 left. Now Erickson. Kotzek back to Geffrey. Thought about the long triple. Bergantine just seems to hand it over to Rotunda. And Jacobson take the ball up the court. Rotunda. She drives. Her shot is off. Geffrey for the long three. Off the back iron. Rotunda with another rebound. With 1:40 left in the game. Davies looking for a quick turnover. And the Deacons will try to milk the clock as much as they can as Swenson puts up a three. And it's good! He seemingly iced the game for the Deacons. But here comes Kotzik with 1:20 left. Eagles are going to have to hurry. Rotunda with another steal. 1:10 left in the game. And Jacobson taking her sweet time with the ball up the court and is fouled by Kotzik. Looks to be Kotzik's fourth.
Falls on number 13, Carly Kotzik, her fourth personal. Going to the line, Sarah Jacobson.
Now Jacobson for the 1-and-1. Well, Wyatt, you were right. We have ourselves a low-scoring game. Quite the defensive contest. These free throws have really added up for the Deacons, though.
Defense has been good by both teams. Shanley looks like to get a few more turnovers here tonight. That will help them get their 64th win.
And break the all-time state record as well, previously held by Bishop Ryan. Gefford for the very long three, and that's good! Nearly an NBA three-pointer. Looks to be too little too late, though, for the Davies Eagles.
Deacons looking to run out the clock here. 35 seconds left.
And that'll be Kotzik's fifth foul. And Niemer will have to check in for the sophomore. Jacobson's first shot is off the mark. And Geffrey to Bergantine. Folks, don't forget to join us right after this game as we have the boys Shanley Davies game coming up. It's senior night and a very important game in terms of EDC seeding. Wyatt, what do we have in terms of stats for this game?
For the visitors on the scoreboard, Davies Eagles, Kylie Bergantine with 12, Carly Kotzik with 1, Grace Geffrey with 5, Alyssa Paper with 7, and Kai Erickson with 10. And for the Shanley Deacons, Jacobson with 15, Erie with 6, Swenson with 11, Rotunda with 11, and Dietz has 5.
Well, for Wyatt Lyer and our entire crew, I'm Connor Smith. The final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 50, Davies Eagles 36. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. Be sure to stick around for the boys game versus Davies coming up next. The preceding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.
Those seniors and their families that have given their time and dedication to the Deacon basketball program. Our first recognition will go to our student managers. Your first manager, Wyatt Meyer, his parents, Francis and Barb. Our second manager, Emily Alderman. Her parents, Shane and Laura. And our final manager, Abby Coachman. Her parents, Patrick and Stephanie. And now for your seniors. Devin Clement, his parents Chris and Rhonda. Our next senior, Zach Nowak, his parents Steve and Cindy. Shane Donauer, his parents Gary and Stephanie. Senior Will Kenny, his parents Emmett and Diane. And our final senior, Kevin Wolf, his parents Mark and Nancy. We'd like to give a big thank you to the parents and their players for their hours of dedication and service to the Deacon basketball program. Shanley High School, along with their coaches and teammates, thank you for your time and efforts from the bottom of their hearts. And one more thing also from the seniors, and congratulations and a thank you to the crew from ShanleyTV.com, making your senior year a memorable one. On the court, thank you, Shanley TV staff, for your time and effort from the seniors at Shanley High School. Let's give everyone one big more round of applause.
From the McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everybody. I'm Jed Thomas alongside Hunter Matthias as we get set for North Dakota High School boys basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Fargo Davies Eagles. Well, folks, we have a fantastic matchup in store for you here between two powerhouses in the EDC. On one side, the Davies Eagles are at the top of the standings, just a few games behind West Fargo right now. They have been a powerhouse all season and are looking to finish the regular season strong. On the flip side, Shanley still is searching for their identity. They've had some very impressive wins and some tough losses, and they're really just right now trying to figure out who they are. And no better time to do it than right now against their arch rival, Davies. Well, Hunter, tell us who are going to be some of the key players to watch in this matchup.
Well, key players for tonight for the Shanley Deacons will be Jake Reinholtz, number 10, a junior, who's 6'3" and is a guard, and number 44, Kevin Wolf, who's a senior and is 6 foot and is a center. And then for the Davies boys, we're going to have number 15, Matthew Veit, who's a junior, who's 6'1" as a guard, and number 24, Andy Bear, who's also a junior, 5'11", and is also a guard.
Matthew Veit has been very impressive. He is 4th in the EDC in scoring right now. Despite being only 6'1", he is very effective in the paint as well. Also has a killer shot. Watch for him to be a huge player in tonight's matchup. Well, folks, we've got the starting lineups coming your way in just a few seconds, so stand by. We got a great game coming.
For tonight's Eastern Dakota Conference boys basketball game, featuring the Visible like to introduce the Deacon cheerleaders, their coach, Carrie Brazier. Your cheerleaders. Starting lineups in an alternating fashion, starting with the visitors, the Davies Eagles. Starting at a guard, a 6'1" junior, number 11, Matt Fight.
All right, folks, let's get things started with the Davies Eagles. Starting at a guard, a 6'1" junior, number 15, Matt Veit.
And for the Deacons, we have number 12, Shane Donhauer, a junior, 6 foot. I mean, a senior, excuse me.
Senior, number 22, Connor Rail.
At a guard for the Eagles, number 22, a senior, Connor Rail.
And for the Deacons, number 2, Devin Kleiman, a senior.
At forward for the Eagles, a 6'4" freshman, number 21, Jaden Clabo.
And for the Deacons, number 4, Zach Nowak, 6'12" senior.
At forward for the Eagles, a 6'6" junior, number 40, Jake Paper.
And for the Deacons, number 22, Will Kenny, a 6'3" senior.
All right, folks, and now for the Eagles, number 40, Jake Paper. That was Braden Olson earlier.
And one of our key players, number 44, Kevin Wolf, a 6-foot senior.
All right, folks, well, there are your starting lineups. Fantastic game coming up. You can feel the tension in this gym. This place is ready to burst in such a highly anticipated matchup.
You know, we just got off the girls breaking the record for most consecutive games in the EDC, or it was in North Dakota.
That is most consecutive wins in the state, Hunter,
yeah.
Yes.
And so I have a feeling this game is just going to be very high energy, very good competition here tonight.
Very true. This gym already primed up with such a big event. No doubt that these two teams are very pumped up for this game. All right, folks, we are underway as Kevin Wolf wins the tip for the Deacons. Kleiman now takes it and gets set for Shanley. He passes over to Kenny, give back to Kleiman at the top of the key. Now over to Downhauer on the far side. Downhauer looking for a man, finds Nowak. Nowak quick inside to Wolf. Wolf making some moves, nice pass to Kenny, who goes up and gets 2.
You know, it's a good start to the game, good key also. Just get the ball moving very quickly and get the first points on the board.
Now the Eagles look to answer as Veit with a quick pass inside to Paper. Paper loses the ball, however. It looks like he was fouled inside.
Number 22, Will Kenny, first personal.
They're going to get Will Kenny on the foul. Quick inbound now to Clabo. Clabo to Veit. Veit back to Clabo, who takes a long 3. No good off the back of the iron. Scramble for the rebound. Kleiman's got it for the Deacons. Kleiman now passes over to Nowak, who goes up for 2. No good, but the putback by Downhauer.
Great play by both those two right there.
Eagles now down 4 early, looking to respond. Pass intercepted by Kenny, who gives to Kleiman. Good start here for Shanley. Downhauer for a wide open 3, no good, however. Kleiman there for the rebound, keeps it in bounds. That ball, however, taken away by Rail. Rail looking to get the ball out of trouble, finds Paper, who gives to Veit. Veit fights through, gives to Paper. Thought about the 3, but a traveling violation. Gonna turn the ball over. A few mistakes early for both these teams. Possibly some jitters here in such a big matchup. Kenny to Wolf now. Wolf inside, goes up for 2, no good. Veit on the rebound. Comes down court now. Nice move and a pass outside to Rail. Rail over to Clabo. Now to Veit. Inside to Olson, gets it out of trouble to Veit. Over to Rail. Good passing from the Eagles, trying to get a shot away though. Olson now with a beauty of a pass inside to Paper. Puts it away for 2.
Assist Olsen.
Kleiman takes it for Shanley now. He's got Rail on him. Passes over to Kenny. Kenny to Wolf. Wolf, high pass, an errant one though, and it's taken away by Rail. Looking for Veit though, Downhauer takes it away. Passing early has been not too good for both teams. A lot of turnovers. Wolf, meanwhile, goes up for 2 and is fouled.
Calls out number 30, Braden Olsen, first personal, first team foul. Shooting 2, Kevin
Foul
Wolf.
is on Braden Olsen, his first and the first for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, it looked like Wolf kind of tried to get up through a mob of Eagles right there, trying to get to the basket.
Very true. Good defense, but a little too much contact.
A little too
sends
much.
Wolf to the charity stripe. Wolf misses his first, however. See if he can salvage this trip. Second attempt is no good. Tough break for Wolf. Nowak almost grabs the rebound, but Paper's there to wrest it away from him. Claybo with it. Pass over to Olsen inside to Veit. Veit up for 2, and he ties this one up at 4.
That was a good move by Veit right there.
Kleiman looking for a man. He's got Nowak. Nowak to Downhauer. Downhauer looking for Nowak, but the ball bounces off the legs of an Eagle and goes out of bounds. Nowak with it. Got a few men on him, trying to get it to Wolf. Wolf goes up for an awkward 2, but does a nice job getting it in.
That is Wolf's bread and butter right there, going up, getting the rebounds, and putting it back in the hoop.
Very true, Hunter, just so effective in the paint.
He is.
Axman with it, now over to Rail, or Claybo rather. Claybo goes up for 2, no good, however, off the rim. Veit and Downhauer fight for the rebound. They'll call a jump ball.
Eagle basketball.
Eagle ball now. Veit to Claybo. Claybo back to Veit, outside to Axman. Gets it to Paper for 3, no good off the rim. Olsen fighting for that rebound, goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll call it off a Shanley player. Veit inbounds to Axman. Back to Veit, inside with a nice pass to Paper. Takes advantage of it for 2 points. 6-6 game now with 14:23 remaining. Downhauer to Kleiman. Kleiman outside to Kenny. Kenny goes in, gets the ball back to Kleiman, thought about the 3, instead goes up for 2 and drains it.
Nice shot by Kleiman right there, very fundamental.
Axman carries for the Eagles. Errant pass, Kleiman there to grab it. Great job keeping it in bounds. Kenny is there to save it. Nowak over to Downhauer. Downhauer back to Nowak, and they'll get Nowak on a travel. Tough break there for the Deacons after a fantastic effort by Devin Kleiman to keep possession. Veit with it for the Eagles. Has Downhauer on him. Looking for a man. He's got Claybo up for 2. Nice shot from Claybo. Kleiman with it for the Deacons. Has Olsen on him. Gets it to Downhauer. Now to Wolf. Wolf works his way through traffic. Gets to Downhauer, who gives outside to Nowak. Nowak up for 2. No good, they'll blow the whistle. Looks like a Deacon player was fouled by Matt Veit.
Looks like the Deacons are bringing in all new players right here. Looks like we have Jake Kava, Jake Reinholtz, Caleb Chrisman, Cam Seville, and Jacob McKeever.
Well, nice to see that starting 5 squad early on. 5 seniors got the start. Real nice treat for the fans here at McCormick Gymnasium. Now
nice treat for the boys, too.
Very true. Now some new starters. See if Shanley can get a spark. Chrisman does a nice job there with that three-pointer.
Looks like the starting five have no trouble keeping up with the other boys.
Very true. Shot now for three, no good. Reinhold's there for the rebound. Reinhold's over to Seville. Seville with some nifty moves, up for two. He's got it and one.
You know, that's a big key to the game, too. Pulling and ones and just getting extra points where you can.
Very true, drawing as many fouls as you can, working in the paint like that. Deacons aren't a fantastic team inside, but when they do a nice job of making some contact, and usually they can get a few calls their way.
They definitely do.
Seville, no good, tough break there. Veit with it for the Eagles. Over to Axman. Axman back to Veit at the top of the key. Now over to Paper, to Claybo. Claybo over to Axman. Inside to Setness, back out to Claybo. No good though, off the front of the basket. McKeever there to grab it, gets it to Seville. Seville now sets his offense up, gives to Reinholtz. Reinholtz with a nice jumper, no good though. Eagles there to collect the rebound. Veit with it. Over to Claybo, back to Veit at the top of the key. Inside to Setness. Back outside though, didn't have a man and the ball goes out of bounds. Folks, we would like to apologize for our buffering issues this evening. We hope to resolve that technical difficulty as soon as possible. Now Claybo with it. To Veit, back to Claybo, over to Axman. Some nice perimeter passing from the Eagles, but they can't seem to get any penetration on this Shanley defense.
Yeah, the Shanley defense looking pretty tough out there right now.
Well, looks like we spoke too soon, Hunter, as Axman drains that three-pointer.
Yes, I guess we did.
Seville with it, hoping to answer, directing traffic out there. Over to Reinholtz. Back to Seville, over to McKeever. Seville makes a little move, looking for a man. Got McKeever once again. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Deacons still haven't gotten a good look here. Cava goes inside, though, goes up for two, and it goes in.
Yeah, that shot clock can be an Achilles heel for both teams tonight at this event.
Well, both teams have very impressive defenses, and that's really when that shot clock starts to weigh on your mind.
Oh, I agree.
Paper outside the Claybo. Claybo drives inside. Whistle blows a play dead, and it looks like they're going to pick up the Deacons on a foul here.
Falls on number 14, Cam Seville. That's his first.
They grab Cam Seville there. Veit to inbound. Quick three. No good, however, from Axman. Claybo there for the rebound. Inside to Setness, over to Veit. Veit up for two. No good, however. Good rebounding there, but it bounces out of bounds. Looks like they're going to say it went off a Deacon player.
Checking back in for the Eagles, number 30, Braden Olsen.
Braden Olsen back in for the Eagles. Veit inside to Olsen. To Claybo. To Paper. Pass bounces back into the hands of Paper. And it looks like they're going to get the Deacons on another foul.
Yeah, Cava looked like he was looking to intercept that pass right there.
Just got a little too much contact. Meanwhile, Axman drops another three. He's having a strong first half.
The Eagles down by one right now with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the half.
Cava over to Reinholtz. McKeever now to Seville, back to McKeever. Seville to Reinholtz, over to Chrisman, inside to Cava, up for two, no good off the front of the rim. Claybo there for the rebound. Looking for Axman though, passes too high and goes out of bounds.
Looks like the Deacons are happy about that. Miscommunication right there.
Seville with it. To Cava. Back to Seville. Outside to McKeever. Nice shot for three, and he drains it. Jake McKeever with a nice spark for this Deacon team after they had let the Eagles score a few too many. Veit, nice pass inside to Paper.
Very fundamental passing right there by Veit and Paper.
Well, we mentioned Veit as one of the top scorers in the East, but we forgot to mention his ability with the assists. Very impressive. Meanwhile, Reinholtz drops that one for two.
Jake Paper is also coming in 7th for scoring in the EDC.
Well, we saw why there. Timeout taken now. Well, Hunter, it is a 4-point game right now in favor of the Deacons. Davies has shown some ability to answer, but if you're Davies right now, what do you want to do to tie this one up now?
You know, even though this isn't anywhere close to the end of the game, it's still a nail biter. And if I was a Davies player right now, I would just want to keep playing hard defense on the Deacons and just keep driving to the hoop, like pretty much just fundamentals right now. Just keep improving on your fundamentals and keep going strong with them.
Well, both teams break from their respective huddles now. Veit with it for the Eagles, driving inside. Great pass to Paper, buries it for two. Well, Hunter, you said they'd have to be effective inside, and that's exactly what they just did there, making it a 2-point game now.
Yeah, looks like it.
Reinholtz with it on the far side. A long pass to Chrisman, over to Seville. Chrisman back to Seville, shot for three, no good. Claybo has it for the Eagles to Axman. Now to Claybo again, shot for three is good. 1 point lead now for the Eagles.
We have seen a lot of 3-point shots tonight.
No kidding, Hunter. The Davies Eagles have been fantastic from beyond the arc.
They have.
Cava, meanwhile, puts a long pass past Chrisman.
Back in for the Deacons, number 12, Shane Downhauer.
Downhauer checks in for the Deacons now. Veit over to Axman. Back to Veit. A little no-look pass to Claybo, but he can't get anywhere with it. Claybo tries to go inside, loses the ball. McKeever's there to take it away. Strong defense by the Deacons.
Deacons within 1 point now here with 7:45 left on the clock.
Cava shot for two, no good. Rebound grab by Paper. Claybo to Veit. Veit lets things set up. Over to Olsen. Back to Paper, now over to Axman. Watch out, he is very dangerous on that 3-point shot as we've seen. Veit working inside, up for two, he's got it. And he gets the foul. A little bit of confusion there. It looks like the Deacons wanted a travel called, but they're not going to get it. And instead, they'll get a foul called against Cam Seville. Veit no good on the free throw. McKeever grabs the rebound. Downhauer carries now for the Deacons. Downhauer going inside. Pass out to Seville. Shot for three, no good off the rim. Veit escapes a little pressure from Cava. Now goes to work. Some nice moves inside, but he's rejected. But then they'll get Shanley on another foul.
Fouls on number 14, Cam Seville. That's his third personal.
This one's on Cam Seville as well. That is his third of the night. Not very common from Cam Seville.
Yeah, Cam Seville's usually more of a passive player, but not right now.
Veit's first free throw attempt is good, making this a 4-point game.
Checking in for the Deacons, number 2, Devin Kleiman, and number 10, Jake Reinholtz. And also number 22, Connor Rail for the Davies Eagles.
Seville grabs the rebound, over to Kleiman. Kleiman inside to Cava, back out to Chrisman for three. No good. Cava there to corral it, however. Kleiman to Downhauer. Back out to Kleiman to Cava, to Chrisman, to Reinhold. Some impressive passing, but can they get a shot off? Cava for two, drains it.
Yeah, that ball looked like a hot potato out there. They were just going from guy to guy.
Veit over to Axman. Back to Veit inside to Paper. Gets it to Rail. Klebo inside to Veit, carries, goes up. Shot no good, but another foul called in the paint. This time it's on Shane Downhauer, and foul trouble has really started to mount for the Deacons.
It has. We usually see this closer to the end of the game, but it has just been starting and going nonstop throughout the whole thing tonight.
Axman can't corral that pass. Kleiman flips it up to Cava, but he loses track of it. Veit takes advantage of that mistake and grabs it for the Eagles. But that pass goes out of bounds off the hands of Klebo. Well, neither team can really put together a nice possession here. They're both making some big mistakes that are costing them. Downhauer on the far side, looking for a man. He's got Wolf along the baseline. Now to Downhauer for a wide open three, no good off the back of the iron. Deacons' three-point shooting has not been impressive tonight. Klebo to Veit. Axman now over to Paper. Back to Veit. Now inside to Paper for two. Drains it. And let me tell you something. Jake Paper has just been a beast in the paint tonight.
Yeah, the combination between Jake Paper and Matt Veit has just been unstoppable. They're just a powerhouse here for the Davies Eagles.
So true. Meanwhile, Shanley can't take advantage of that possession. Gives the ball up as Axman shoots for two. He's got it. 6-point deficit for the Deacons. 4:55 remaining in the first half. Downhauer has it. Quick pass to Wolf, who is rejected by Casey Axman.
Ty Setness for the Eagles.
The big man Ty Setness checks in for the Eagles. Long pass now from McKeever to Downhauer. Downhauer driving forward, up for two. He's got it. Shanley cuts the deficit to 4. Veit, however, wants to make that a little bigger. Nice passing, but broken up by Shanley.
Looks like a 4-point deficit here for the Deacons tonight.
McKeever up for two. He's got it. Some impressive athleticism displayed by Jake McKeever.
4:10 left on the clock.
Axman trying to get past Shane Downhauer. Nice pass to Paper for three, no good. Great rebounding by Rail, who goes up. That one also no good. But yet another Deacon foul is going to send Rail to the line.
This has been a crazy game night. Very high energy so far.
Maybe a little too much energy on the Deacon side of things, as they have been playing far too physical, causing some foul trouble.
Yes, I was just about to say that they have been causing way too many fouls here so far.
Rail's second attempt is good. McKeever to Downhauer. Hands it off to Kleiman, and now Kleiman is going to get his offense set. Quick pass to McKeever at the top of the key. Long shot for three, no good. Paper there for the rebound. Veit driving forward. Backs off, looking for a man. Can't find anyone, so he drives forward and flips to Axman. But they're going to pick up Matt Veit on a foul there. He was getting a little too much contact there on Devin Kleiman. McKeever inbounds to Kleiman now. 3:30 remaining in the first half. It's a 3-point game. Kleiman taking his time. Gives to Reinholtz. Reinholtz goes inside, but he backs off. Couldn't find any space. Throws it up for two. Great job there by Jake Reinholtz. He didn't have anything to begin with. Then he couldn't find a man to pass to, so he just decides to throw it up, and it works out well for him.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing right there.
Well said. Veit, meanwhile, powers forward for two. He looked like a running back moving through defenders there as he just powered forward.
Yes, he did. McCormick Stadium is energetic here tonight.
Very true. The Eagles have traveled quite well, and Shanley bringing their impressive home crowd as always. Shot for three, no good. Whistle blown, and it'll be Davies' ball.
It also helps having both the teams here in town, so it's not too far of a way
Definitely.
to go.
These two teams just, these two schools rather, Shanley is just right down the road from Davies,
They are.
making
Also
this rival all the more intense.
Yeah, I was just going to say a big rivalry between these two.
Very true. Connor Rail at the line as Davies is in the bonus. Shot no good, however. Reinholtz thought he had the rebound, but Paper takes it away. Paper again grabs his own rebound, but it somehow ends up in the hands of Devin Kleiman. Kleiman flips it to Reinholtz. Now lets things slow down. Some nice perimeter passing here from the Deacons. Can't really find a good look here to take a shot, though. Downhauer going inside, rejected, however, by the Eagles. Strong defense there. 2:05 remaining in the first half. 3-point deficit for the Deacons. Axman over to Rail, inside to Paper. Paper throws it up for two. Easy shot there for Jake Paper, using his height to just toss that one into the hoop.
Deacons looking for a spark to ignite their scoring streak here.
Kleiman faked the three and got a good pass off to McKeever, but they couldn't make anything out of it. So Wolf goes up for two. He's rejected, however. Looks like they're going to pick up the Eagles on a foul. It'll be Casey Axman.
First personal, Kevin Wolf shooting two.
Wolf to shoot two now. Wolf's first attempt is good.
Checking in for the Deacons, number 4, Zach Nowak.
Zach Nowak checks in for the Deacons. Wolf's second attempt. No good. Eagles now go to work with 1:30 left. Veit
Deacons down by 4.
over to Rail, now to Claybo. Back to Rail, some nice passing here, but both these teams have had trouble finding good looks. Claybo shoots a wide open two, no good. Paper responds and throws it back in there for two. Jake Paper is just terrorizing the Deacons in the paint. McKeever outside to Reinholtz for three, no good. Deacons really struggling from beyond the arc.
Under a minute here at McCormick Stadium.
Axman over to Veit. Veit shot no good. Wolf grabs the rebound. Kleiman driving forward for two, but he can't get it up. Ball goes out of bounds.
Checking in for the Deacons, Jake Cava.
Jake Cavan for the Deacons. 46 seconds remaining now. Axman with it for the Eagles. Over to Veit. Terrell now with a nice pass to Axman outside. Almost loses it. Now struggle for the ball. Somehow gets it to Terrell, who takes a jumper for two and drains it.
Good
8-point
late half
deficit.
shot right there. Good late half shot.
Axman takes the ball away. Big opportunity as Rail goes up for two, and he's got it. All of the sudden, it's a 10-point lead for the Eagles. This is definitely not what Shanley wanted at the end of the first half.
It almost looks like Shanley's losing grip on it right now. Hopefully they can get it back.
McKeever out to Kleiman, no time left, throws it up. No good, almost went in.
Very close shot.
Well, after one half, the Eagles to make this big lead.
Well, key players for the Eagles are going to be Jake, paper number 40 with 14.
And on out there. For the past 20 years, many things have changed at Shanley High School. New students, new teachers, new coaches, even a new building. However, one thing has remained the same. For the past 20 years, Shanley students and coaches have been blessed by the care and service of our Deacon athletic trainer, Kelly Burns. 5 core values of the Deacon family are community, excellence, faith, learning, and service. Kelly has been the epitome of those values for each of the last 20 years. He is a family man who cares deeply for everyone he comes across, and he has dedicated his entire life to serving others. For that, we can't thank you enough. Tonight, Kelly is surrounded by friends, family, and so many people that he has served. Shanley and the Shanley Athletic Club would like to present Kelly Burns with 2 items. First, we would like to make Kelly Burns' unofficial parking spot the official spot, the spot in the northeast corner of the north parking lot, Kelly Burns' official spot. And secondly, for 20 years of service to others, we would like to present Kelly with his crystal trophy. Kelly, through the years, you have touched many ankles, many knees, and many shoulders, but more than anything else, you have touched many lives. And for that, we will remain incredibly grateful. Thank you, Kelly Burns, for your years of service to Shanley High School. Everybody, give him one more big round of applause. 20 years of service. And Kelly will now share some words of his own.
Wow. Thank you for this. Unexpected. It's been a fast 20 years. I can't believe it. Shanley's been a great place to work. All I've done for the last 20 years is come here every day, doing what I'm supposed to do, prepare the athletes. And before you know it, 20 years has passed. I want to thank the parents. It's been great to work with the last 20 years. Thanks to the administration for the last 20 years. The teachers, the coaches. Coaches have been wonderful to work with. They've let me do my job, and I usually let them do their job. I want to thank my student assistants over the years. They've been a great help to me. I want to thank all the student athletes who've been wonderful to work with. I want to thank my family for putting up with all my long hours, covering practices and games. I'm just humbled with this. I greatly appreciate it. And here's to the next 20 years, God willing. Go Deacons.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to North Dakota High School boys basketball action as the Shanley Deacons are taking on the Davies Eagles. Well, folks, it's a 10-point lead for the Eagles right now, but we have seen that the Deacons can compete with this Davies squad. You know, the Eagles really got hot in that last few minutes of the first half, really built up this 10-point lead. So, Hunter, tell us, what does Shanley have to do if they want to get back in this one and cut this deficit?
Well, if I was one of the Shanley players, what I would want to do is really hold Matt Veit and Jake Paper, just keep them tight and keep them concealed from the scoring, because right now they're the biggest scorers, and also Casey Axman is too. Casey Axman is really hot behind the three-point line behind the arch, and they're just on fire right now. So what I would want to do for them is just keep holding the defense tight on them.
Well, you know, Matt Veit just piled up the assists in that first half, really liking Jake Paper as a target. So you raise a good point. Matt Veit, though, it's not surprising. He's 5th in the EDC in assists right now with 3.8 per game. Just about sure he is doing a little better than that tonight as he has been on fire. Some really impressive passes, too. Well, folks, we are just a few seconds away from getting things started once again in this second half. Both teams now getting set. Deacons start things off here to inbound. It'll be Seville. And we're underway in our second half of basketball. Seville inbounds to Reinholtz, who gives back to Seville. Now over to Downhauer. Trying to get the ball to Cava, lost it though to Olsen. Meanwhile, Cava interrupts that pass from Olsen to Veit. It'll remain Davies' ball. Olsen gives to Rail. Rail now, pass tipped by Downhauer, but he was able to get it to Olsen, who gives to Paper, who goes up for 2. Not what you want if you're the Deacons, letting Jake Paper already get started in this second half. Seville over to Downhauer. Back to Seville. To Reinholtz for 3. That one no good. The Deacons, as we said in that first half, having a lot of trouble on the three-point shot. Veit gives outside to Paper, back to Veit. Over to Claybo for 3. Buries it.
Claybo looking out like he's now on fire here for the Davies Eagles.
He also had an impressive first half, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Jaden Claybo is a freshman.
Very impressive. Looks like he's going to have a great career for the Eagles.
Very true. Downhauer gives to Seville, looking for a man inside. Instead, he gives to Reinholtz, who dishes it to Cava. Cava with some incredible moves to go up for that shot, but it's no good. Claybo to Olsen for 3. He has got it. Watch out, folks. The Eagles are really starting to run away with this, and in response, the Deacons have taken a timeout. Smart move there.
You know, that was a very, very deep 3. I was surprised that he hit that.
Yeah, it was very impressive. If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. That's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for your support. Well, Hunter, the Eagles have come out very strong in this second half. What does Shanley need to do to try to quiet things down?
Well, kind of like the same thing I said at halftime, or right after halftime, is that they just really need to conceal Jake Paper and Matt Veit, because right now they're just on fire for the Eagles.
Really picking them apart. Again, folks, we're sorry for our technical difficulties, having some buffering issues. As I said earlier, we hope to resolve these and are very sorry for the issues tonight. Downhauer gives to Seville. Seville over to Reinholtz. Long pass to Downhauer. Seville looking for Wolf, pass intercepted. Veit comes away with it for the Eagles. Gives to Claybo. Back to Veit. Claybo inside to Paper. Back out to Clabo. Eagles trying to get a good look at a shot. Meanwhile, ball's lost to Reinholtz. But it looks like it's going to stay Davies' ball there.
You know, when I look out on the court, I see a lot of young players, and that's going to be key for a nice, good success career for both teams.
Very true.
In the future.
As we mentioned, Jaden Clabo, the freshman. Deacons, meanwhile, start a lot of sophomores with Jake Cava, Cam Seville, Caleb Chrisman, just to name a few. So bright futures ahead for both these teams. Well, timeout taken here by the Eagles, looking to game plan a bit after a bit of an odd sequence there. Just try to get things back under control. Deacons, meanwhile, cannot find a way to score right now. Defense has been pretty good inside, but you know, Hunter, they're just giving the Eagles tons of three-point opportunities.
Very true. They're just letting them wide open behind the arch.
All right, both teams come out now. Eagles hoping to get a little bit of a game plan here in a good spot. Deacons just trying to find any way to stop this flood of Davies points. Nice pass inside to Paper, up for two. Jake Paper with another 2 points. Reinholtz over to Seville. Back to Reinholtz. Shanley needs some points fast. Downhauer trying to find the answer, and he's doing something there with that three-point shot. Good job by Shane Downhauer. Shanley had a lot of trouble scoring from beyond the arc, and right there, that's exactly what they needed. Hopefully give them a little confidence shooting. Paper up for two again. I think I've said that a few times, Hunter.
Yeah, Paper is on fire right now.
Seville to Reinholtz. To Downhauer over to Wolf along the baseline. Wolf with 2 men on him. Beauty of a pass to Cava. Outside to Downhauer. Moves in and gives to Seville. Seville charging for two, no good. Veit there for the rebound. Missed opportunity for the Deacons. Paper shooting for three, no good. Jake Paper had been very effective in the paint. Three-point shooting there. First little sample doesn't go too well for him. Good break for Shanley, however.
Very true. Hopefully Shanley can get a fire back underneath their shorts.
Cava over to Seville. To Reinholtz, he shoots for three. No good. Jake Reinholtz has had some struggle shooting three. Cava, meanwhile, trying to get two there. No good. Ball went out of bounds off a Eagle player. Deacons maintain possession. Seville with a laser of a pass to Downhauer, who drops a dime for three.
Nice fundamental shot right there by Downhauer.
Connor Rail with it. Over to Veit. Veit working on Cava, but he loses the ball. Reinholtz is there to take it. Reinholtz driving forward, trying to get away from Veit with some nifty moves. Passes it to Cava, who shoots a three of his own. No good off the iron.
You know, even though Cava did miss that, that was very close. Very good try.
Was a good try. You know, some of these Deacon players just trying to get some big points here. Try to find a
deficit.
Yes, very true. Quick way to make up for that big deficit. It's 16 points right now. Veit driving inside for two. No good, Seville. Great job to jump to that rebound. Quick pass to Cava, who gives to Reinholtz, who puts it away for two. An impressive display of passing there by the Deacons. Little tic-tac-toe.
Beautiful moves right there by the Deacons.
Clabo to Rail. Rail driving forward, no good. Reinholtz grabs the rebound. A little bit of fire here for the Deacons.
Yeah, looks like the Deacons might have found their spark.
Downhauer with it, but they're going to get him on a travel. Reinforcements come in for the Deacons now as Chrisman, Kleiman, and Nowak check in. For the Eagles, three-point specialist Casey Axman comes in. Axman with it. Over to Rail. To Clabo shooting for three. He has got it.
Nice shot right there by Claybo.
The Eagles have really shown some impressive three-point ability tonight. McKeever jumps up for 2, no good off the front of the iron. Bit of a contested shot, doesn't work out well for him. Axman to Rail. Rail trying to find a man, he's got Claybo. Back to Rail, over to Paper. Paper up for 2, no good. Rebound taken by the Deacons. Good break there for Shanley. Paper with a rare miss for 2. Reinholdt's jumper for 2, no good. Kleiman takes it, gives to Chrisman for 3, no good. Rail on the rebound. Rail over to Axman. 12-17 remaining. Axman back to Rail. To Claybo. To Veit, charging for 2, no good. Paper grabs the rebound, and he's fouled. See there, Veit's no good. Paper, great job getting to the rebound, and Jake Reinholtz just gets a little too physical with Jake Paper. Veit with a good pass to Paper, who gives to Rail. Rail to Veit. Back to Paper, over to Claybo. Eagles putting together some nice passing here. Veit over to Paper, back out to Veit. Flips it to Claybo for 3, and it's good. Well, that one went back and forth a few times, but in the end, it just hops on in for the Eagles. Nice break for them.
Lucky break by the Eagles right there.
Reinholdt's throwing up for 2, no good. And the Eagle bench excited here as they're going to call Jake Reinholdtz on a foul. As his 3rd. There's a number to watch, as Reinholdtz is a very important player for this Deacon team. Axman over to Rail. To Claybo. To Rail over to Paper. Paper jumps for 2. It's good.
Paper is just on fire tonight.
Deacons, meanwhile, in need of something as Chrisman gets rejected by Jake Paper, but they'll call Paper on a foul, it seems.
Fouls on number 40, Jake Paper, first personal, first team foul.
That's Paper's first. Chrisman's first shot, no good, too much. $11-10 remaining in this one. Chrisman's second shot, also no good. Really could have used that. Now Axman has it for Davies. Flips to Veit. Veit going up for 2, no good. Good job on the rebound there by McKeever, who gives to Reinholdtz. Reinholdtz driving forward, jumps up for 2. Very impressive drive there by Reinholdtz. Axman over to Rail. Rail jumper for 2, no good. McKeever there for the rebound. McKeever gives to Reinholdtz. Nice pass to Kleiman. Gives to Chrisman for 3. He's got it.
You know, Chrisman is the Shanley Deacons three-point sharpshooter. That is his bread and butter. It has been all year round, too.
Very true. Got a little quiet in the middle of the season, but he seems to be heating up with those three-point shots again. And it's coming at the right time with State around the corner.
Very true. State's going to be big.
Nice pass inside to Paper. Chrisman, however, grabs the rebound off the failed shot. Reinholdtz, long pass to Nowak for 3. He's got it! Zach Nowak cuts the deficit to 14 now.
Beautiful shot by Nowak right now. Very fundamental 3.
Veit with it. Over to Axman. Now Claybo with it. Nice jumper for 2. It's no good. Nowak there for the rebound. Kleiman carries for the Deacons. To Chrisman for a long 3. No good off the front of the basket. Claybo there on the rebound. Flips to Rail, and Davies is going to take a timeout as the Deacons have gotten a little bit of momentum back here.
You know, the Deacons looking to shorten up this deficit and make it come back a little bit.
Well, it's a 14-point lead for the Eagles, but you know, Shanley is doing some things right now. Their big thing is they're starting to contest some shots inside, which they really weren't doing. They were giving guys like Jake Paper just way too many looks.
Yes, I agree.
Don't forget that you can connect with Shanley TV on social media. Get the latest updates plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV and follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. Both teams emerge from their huddles now with 9:16 remaining. Davies trying to slow down this Shanley comeback. Meanwhile, the Deacons just trying to keep putting some solid points together. Axman now flips to Veit. Veit outside to Clabo for three, no good. Setness there to try to put it back. He's rejected, but they're going to get Shanley on a foul.
Fouls on number 20, Jake McKeever's second personal. At the line, Ty Setness.
Ty Setness now at the line. First attempt is good. Second attempt, no good, however.
Ty Setness being one of the tallest players on the team at 6'7".
Definitely see some him in the paint. Chrisman going up for two, no good. Rebound grab by Olsen. Now Clabo gives back to Olsen. He shoots for three. He's got it. Some more impressive three-point shooting here by the Eagles. Seville driving for two. No good. Grabs his own rebound and puts it away. Veit carries for the Eagles. Veit over to Olsen, to Seville, who intercepts it. But now it's taken away by the Eagles. Veit driving forward up for two. Takes advantage of a slip up by Shanley there. 18-point deficit now for Shanley. Seville has Axman on him, trying to find a man to give it to. Gets it to McKeever, who passes over to Downhauer. Now to McKeever, outside to Chrisman for three. He's got it. Caleb Chrisman getting that three-point mojo back.
7:40 left on the clock here at McCormick.
Axman has Downhauer on him. Gives to Setness. Over to Axman, but they're going to get Axman on a travel. Cava checks in for the Deacons. Downhauer inbounds to Seville. Seville moving forward now. Howard gives to Cava. Cava pulls up for two. He's rejected by Veit. Veit takes it away now. Going up for two. No good. But he was fouled. 7:12 left on the clock. Traveling violation, rather, actually.
Veit was using that massive vertical to get up and block that shot there.
Veit, only 6'1", but Hunter, you got a point. Great vertical. Seville, little no-look pass to Downhauer, who takes a shot for three, no good. Setness, smart job not going for the rebound, just lets it hop out of bounds. Veit to inbound. Veit with it now. Over to Olsen, to Clabo, to Setness. Axman makes a little move, gives to Veit, has Cava on him. And they'll get Veit. Or, we'll wait to see what this whistle's on. Oh, and they'll get Jake Cava there.
Checking in for the Deacons, Kevin Wolf.
Yeah, you know, it is a luxury for us to have instant replay up here at Shanley TV.
Yes, as we just saw in that replay there, looks like Cava did reach in and get a little of the jersey and pull. Shot up for 2, no good. Reinhold's there for the rebound. Over to Downhauer. Downhauer moves forward. A little pass inside to Wolf. Wolf, no good. Falls to the ground. Deacons want a call, but they're not going to get it. Klebo trying to find a man. Dumps it off to Olsen. Over to Axman. Axman flips it to Olsen, who shoots for 3. No good. Reinholtz grabs the rebound. Drives forward. Makes a nice move to escape some pressure. Goes up for 2, and he's got it. 13-point deficit for Shanley.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a lot of moves like that from Reinholtz this year. Fancy footwork and nice handles.
Very true. He's got great ball handling skills. Makes him an invaluable weapon for the Deacons. Setness over to Klebo. To Olsen. Inside to Setness. But he had 3 men on him, and Cava took it away.
Checking in for the Eagles, Connor Rail and Jake Paper.
Connor Rail and Jake Paper check back in for the Eagles.
Last foul was on Ty Settis.
5:30 remaining. Seville has it, almost lost it. Axman poked it away. Regains control, gives to Cavu, goes up for 2, and he's got it. The Deacons have not been swayed by the big deficits they've faced, and they're really starting to put some points up. Veit with some nice moves to get the shot off, but it's no good. Reinholtz takes it now, driving forward, but he lost the ball. See who's got it. Veit somehow comes away with it, but then an errant pass is taken away by Cava. Cava then has it knocked away by Setness. And they're going to call Cava on a travel. The Shanley bench not happy with that.
Yeah, like looks the whole Shanley fan system isn't happy with that either.
Veit now. Passes over to Setness. Setness looking for Paper, but it's taken away by the Deacons. Now a wide open Cam Seville up for 2, and he's got it.
Great knowledge by Jake Reinholtz there for passing Cam Seville.
Axman has
wide
it.
Open.
Over to Veit. Veit jumper for 2. Drains it.
Timeout, Davies.
And the Eagles are going to take a timeout. Well, Hunter, Shanley is down 11 now, and they're starting to make a bit of a comeback. What do they have to do, though, to really close the gap?
You know, they are coming back, like you said, and what they really need to do to close the gap is just keep holding the Davies Eagles down to a hard defense, and then just keep pressuring through the paint. And just pulling rebounds, pulling fouls, and just keep putting up the shot.
For sure. We talked about Shanley having to score more points, but, you know, as they've played more of a lockdown defense, we've seen that all they need is some time to score. The big thing is keeping Davies from scoring, and that's the challenge that will continue to persist as this one goes on.
Yeah, turnovers will also be a key for the Shanley Deacons, too.
Both generating and not giving them up. Shanley struggled earlier with some fouls and a lot of turnovers in the first half, but they've improved their game and cleaned it up, and now they are really doing a good job getting some steals and rebounding especially. They've really improved upon.
Yes, they did.
Time winds down now on this timeout. Both teams now emerge. There'll be Deacon basketball as McKeever inbounds to Seville. Seville now over to Reinholtz, inside to Cava. Back out to Seville, Downhauer now to McKeever for 3. He's got it! Jake McKeever drains the 3 to make this one just a little closer. Now pass to Veit, broken up by Reinholtz, but he couldn't gain control. Veit jumps up for 2 and he drains it.
Huge turn of events here at McCormick right now.
That is the thing about Matt Veit. When it just looks like the other team gets some momentum, he is so good at taking control of these games. Now that one's broken up by Paper. Axman with it. Trying to find a man. Gets it to Rail. Cava sent down to the ground. There's a call here somewhere. We'll see who it's on. And it's going to be on Shane Downhauer, his second.
15 foul.
Axman has Reinholtz on him. Gives to Veit. Veit up for two. No good. McKeever grabs the rebound. Seville now waits for his offense to catch up. Gives it over to McKeever. Inside to Reinholtz. Back out to Seville. Seville fighting to get through some defenders. And it looks like the Eagles made a little too much contact on Cam Seville there.
Falls on number 22.
Yeah, I see a great future ahead of Jacob McKeever here for the Deacons.
Yeah, very true. He's tall and really good in the paint, but then he's really put on a show with his three-point skills.
He has.
32nd timeout taken by the Deacons.
Deacons now take a timeout, trying to game plan here with 3:03 remaining, down 10. Hunter, with only 3 minutes left on the clock, what's the plan for Shanley right now?
Well, I think they should play really play a not half pace, but a very fast-paced game right now. Just keep attacking the paint and keep attacking the hoop.
Definitely. You want to continue that aggression and that persistence. Don't want to let up. If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV.
Couldn't get it to turn on anyway. It is a Verizon LG 4G light found in the bathroom.
All right, now, Deacons come out of their huddle. Eagles follow suit. Seville will inbound. Seville fakes to McKeever. Instead, just dumps it off to Cava, looking for Downhauer. Ball goes out of bounds off the hand of Shane Downhauer. Or maybe not.
Looks like it'll be on Connor Rail.
Looks like Rail just got a little piece of that there at the tail end. Nice break for the Deacons. Meanwhile, Seville for three. He's got it! Seville gets the three, but hold on, folks. There's a whistle. Refs have a little conference under the hoop. We'll see the call.
Double foul call. Second personal on Connor Rail.
They're going to call a double foul on Connor Rail and Shane Downhauer. So the three will stand.
Assessed his third personal.
And it'll be Eagle basketball under the hoop. Coach Manson demanding an explanation here. All right, folks, looks like we have that sorted out. And now Connor Rail will inbound.
Kind of an odd situation right there.
True, but the game must go on now as Axman has it and gives to Veit. 2:45 remaining now. Veit over to Claybo. Claybo has it taken away by Cava, but then it ends up back in the hands of Claybo, and they'll call a jump ball. That'll go to the Deacons. Huge play here.
Nice turn of events for the Deacons. Just what they needed, being 7 points down at 2:40 left on the clock.
Seville has it for the Deacons. Passes inside to Cava, looking for two. He's got it! 2:25 remaining now. Veit driving forward, gets it to Paper. Quick pass to Claybo. Claybo over to Axman, to Veit. Veit drives forward, gets it for 2. Deacons need an answer to this ferocious attack in the paint. Seville has it, down 7. Got to get some quick points. And it looks like Seville was fouled there.
Fouls on number 4, Casey Axman.
They get Casey Axman on his second. Seville inbounding now to McKeever, over to Downhauer. Downhauer takes a 3. No good, but Reinholz grabs the rebound, gives to McKeever, who puts it up for 2. Under 2 minutes left now. 5-point deficit for Shanley.
McKeever's been a big component in this game so far.
Very true, Hunter. Veit has it now with 2 men on him, looking for Claybo, intercepted by Downhauer, but a timeout was called by the Eagles. Some life now back on that Shanley bench. Take a look at that replay there. Jake McKeever just doing a great job working in the paint, putting that one up for 2. Full timeout now here by the Eagles. 5-point deficit. And now Hunter, we've seen that Shanley can score when they have to. They've really done a good job coming back. But what do they have to do to shut down Davies from scoring any more points here?
Well, what they need to do is just start holding them to their respectable side. Just keep holding them for scoring, and just also Jake Paper. He is a big hot top scorer for the Davies Eagles.
Really got to shut down Paper. And, you know, in these last few minutes, they've kind of backed off from that 3-point attack, and they're really driving in the paint. Big part of that, though, is the Deacons are playing some full-court press, which means they do not have many bodies down inside. Well, folks, we said this would be an intense one, and I think that was a fair assessment. With 1:44 remaining, it is a 5-point game. Olsen inbounding now. Gives to Veit. Veit stays idle on the far side, gives to Claybo. Back to Veit inside to Paper. Paper going up for 2, and they're going to call a travel. Huge play for the Deacons as Claybo's 2 is negated by that travel.
Deacons just loving that right there.
Or Paper's 2, I believe. Downhauer now drives forward, instead gives to McKeever, who shoots for 3, no good. Seville grabs the rebound now, goes up for 2, no good, but he's fouled. Minute 17 remaining. Cam Seville going to the line. They'll get Casey Axman on his 3rd.
This has been a nail-biter. It has ever from the start, too.
At points, it looked like the Deacons were really going to get blown out maybe, but they have been resilient to say the least, and it is a 4-point game now. Seville's second attempt, no good, that is big. Downhauer grabs the rebound though, tries to pass it, goes off the legs of Jaden Claybo. That worked out well for Shane Downhauer and the Deacons. Downhauer now gives to Seville, nice pass. Seville goes behind his back with some nifty moves, up for 2, no good. Who's got the rebound? It's McKeever, goes up for 2, but a whistle was blown. And they're going to get Cam Seville on his 4th of the night. Huge call. That's the 7th team foul. And Jake Paper going to the line to shoot the bonus. First attempt is good. Second attempt, no good. Whistle blown. And they get Jake Cava on a foul. Well,
That seemed kind of odd, but
Odd play there, but nonetheless, Olsen to the line. First shot is good. Second shot, also good. Huge play there now. Deacons down 7 with a minute to go. Reinhold's driving, nice move, two-point shot, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Paper, flips it up to Axman. Axman goes to Veit, Veit up for 2, no good. Reinholds grabs the rebound. Got 2 men all over him, gets it to Downhauer. Downhauer driving forward, throws it up for 2, no good. Foul called.
Fouls on number 4, Casey Axman, his 4th.
They get Casey Axman on his 4th.
Checking in Devin Kleiman. Also Caleb Chrisman at the free throw line. Shane Downhauer shooting the bonus.
Downhauer's first attempt is good. Downhauer's second attempt, also good. 39 seconds left. 5-point deficit for the Deacons. McKeever pokes it away, and then Downhauer intercepts the pass. Downhauer drives forward, loses the ball, falls on top of it. Who's got it? There's a scrum for the ball. Somehow Olsen has it. He's down on the ground, and they call a travel. My goodness, what a game, folks.
McCormick Stadium is electric tonight right now.
Kleiman to inbound now. 26 seconds remaining. Gives to Chrisman. Chrisman outside to Downhauer. Clock winding down. Downhauer up for 2. He's got it! But they call a foul on Shane Downhauer. Coach Alderman is not happy about that one. Olsen inbounds to Axman to Veit. Veit driving forward, and he's fouled by Reinholds.
Like we said before, the refs don't have the luxury of having instant replay like us here at Shanley TV do.
Yeah, and that call really could have gone either way, you know. Veit's first attempt, no good. Seville checks back in for the Deacons. Second attempt from Veit, oh, no good as well. McKeever now gives to Reinholds. Reinholds, gotta do something quick, drives up for 2, he's got it and 1! Huge play by Jake Reinholds. What a game, what a game, folks. Hunter, I don't know about you, but my nerves are absolutely shot right now.
Yeah, this game is insane. Deacons are going to want to put in their best of the best players right now.
Reinhold's attempt is good. All right, gotta act fast now. Veit inbounds to Claybo. Kleiman fouls him. They get Kleiman on the foul.
At the line, shooting 2, Jake Claybo.
Claybo now at the line. The crowd is getting loud right now. Claybo's first attempt is good.
Checking in for the Deacons, Cam Seville.
Seville checks in for the Deacons. Claybo's second attempt. No good! McKeever grabs the rebound, gives to Reinholds. 7 seconds left, and the Deacons take a timeout. An unbelievable finish is in store right now, folks. This one is incredible. It's a 3-point game. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Deacons need 3 to tie it up. Hunter, what should we expect in an incredible 6 seconds coming up?
Yo, before I get to that, I feel bad for anyone who is not here right now. This game is insane. But what the Deacons really need to do is get an inbound pass and then shoot the 3 as quick as possible.
Right, with 6 seconds left, you might have a little time to work with, Don't take the first shot you get, but you're right, you have to act quick. No doubt Coach Alderman wants to get the perfect strategy for this last play coming up here. Time winds down on the timeout. Both teams come out now.
Coach probably trying to conjure up a play right there.
6 seconds left. Downhauer to inbound. Downhauer looking for a man. Gives to Cava. Here we go, folks. Clock starts ticking. Reinhold's with it. Shot for 3. He's got it! He's got it! Are you kidding me? He's got it! I don't believe it! The comeback is on! The comeback is on! An unbelievable shot to tie things up. When all hope looked lost, the Deacons did not give up, and now we're going to overtime.
This is crazy here at McCormick
Oh my
Stadium.
gosh. Folks, if you know anyone not watching this game, you better get them watching because this is incredible. Well, I got to take a minute to catch my breath. I am at a loss for words right now. We are headed to overtime.
This game is by far the Deacons' hardest game they've played all year, I feel.
Just such a hard-fought game on both sides. All right, folks, here we go. Got to calm down and refocus. 4 minutes on the clock. We're all tied up. It's overtime. And here we go, folks. Paper wins the tip, gets it to Veit. Veit now with it for the Eagles. Setting things up, gets to Claybo. Claybo over to Veit. Veit back to Claybo. Claybo over to Axman. Tolson for 3, no good. Rebound grabbed by Downhauer. Downhauer. Over to Seville. Seville back to Downhauer. Back to Seville, thought about the 3, instead gives to McKeever. Now back to Seville. Over to Reinholtz. Downhauer back to Reinholtz to Seville for 3. He's got it! Veit inbounds to Axman, back to Veit.
It is insane right now.
Very true, Hunter. Unbelievable atmosphere. Olsen with it, up for 2. And it's good. Cava to Seville.
The suspense is real here at McCormick tonight.
Seville over to Reinholtz. To McKeever. Gets back to Reinholtz. Now in the hands of Seville. Back to Reinholtz. Back to Seville. Over to McKeever now. To Seville for 3. He's got it! Seville with another 3! It is electric in here. Claybo over to Veit. And they're gonna call a foul. Not sure what the call is, but they'll get Downhauer for a little contact. All right, folks. Veit, first shot is good. 2:10 left in this one. Veit's second attempt. No good. Rebound grab by Olsen, rejected off the hands of McKeever, and they're going to get another foul. They get Jake Cava on his fourth. Braden Olsen shooting 2. No good on his first attempt. Second attempt now is good. Cava inbounds to Kleiman. Kleiman with it. Over to McKeever. Kleiman back to McKeever. Back to Kleiman. Kleiman driving forward, flips out to Cava. Cava for 2, no good. Paper grabs the rebound. Over to Axman. Axman over to Olsen, faked it, passes it, shot for 2 is good. But hold on, folks, we've got a foul. Take a look at the replay here. Claybo, nice job getting the 2, but Cava goes to the ground. McKeever in the Kleiman.
Deacons need to hold this lead right now if they want to come out with a win.
Kleiman to Seville, back to Kleiman. Over to Seville, picked off by Axman, ball on the ground, Claybo's got it. Looking for a man, broken up by Seville, Cava's got it, it's on the ground. Whose ball? And it's gonna be a Deacon basketball, folks. But wait, no, they're gonna get a foul. They're gonna call Seville on a foul. Claybo now to shoot 2, unbelievable. My apologies, folks, not Shanley ball. As I said, they get Seville on the foul. Coach Alderman not happy, to say the least. Nowak checks in for the Deacons now. Claybo now on his first attempt. No good. Tough break for Claybo there. Claybo now on his second attempt is good. Reinholtz gives to Kleiman. Kleiman with it outside to Nowak. Nowak makes a move, gives back to Kleiman. Kleiman over to Nowak. Back to Kleiman. Dangerous pass there. Kleiman goes to the ground, somehow stays on his feet, gives to Reinholtz for 3. No good. Cava bounces it up, and they're going to get a foul. Oh my.
This is by far the most exciting game I've ever seen in my entire life.
Can say that one again, Hunter. Cava at the line. First attempt is good. Cava's second attempt, also good. Olsen inbounds to Veit. Veit over to Axman. To Olsen. Olsen up for 2. It's good. And the Eagles are going to call a timeout. They'll catch their breath, as will the Deacons. Hunter and I will also try to do the same. Well, Hunter, Not a lot of time left in this overtime. It's a 1-point lead for the Deacons. Shanley's going to have possession. What do they got to do now? They don't have enough time to just run the clock out, so they're going to have to do something with it. What's the plan?
You know what I really think they should do? So just drive down the court and score as quick as possible and get it back, and then play hard defense on the Eagles, and then get that ball back and then go do it again.
Definitely what Shanley will try to do here. Meanwhile, Davies going to try to play some lockdown D. No doubt Coach Alderman has drawn up something here for his boys. With that, Deacons come out of their huddle now. Both teams take the court. Kleiman with it. Drives forward. Looking for a man, gives to Reinholtz. Reinholtz over to McKeever. McKeever drives forward, flips to Cav, up for two, he's got it! 30 seconds left, 3-point game. Veit with it, driving forward. See the call. And they're going to get Devin Kleiman on the foul. 25 seconds left. Veit, first attempt is good. Second attempt, no good. Cava grabs the rebound. Clock winding down, gives to Kleiman. Kleiman with it, driving forward, weaving through traffic, flips to Cava. Deacons trying to wind the clock down. Gives to Nowak. Wait for the call. And they're going to call a foul on the Eagles. They have got, I believe, Braden Olson on his fourth.
Deacons looking to put the nail in the coffin in this game.
12
right now.
seconds left. Cava to shoot two. First attempt is good. It is a 3-point game, folks. And the Eagles take a timeout. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Hunter. What an incredible finish in store right now. The Deacons were down huge. Jake Reinholtz put an unbelievable buzzer beater away to tie it up. We're in overtime. I am just giddy with excitement right now. Hunter, tell us, what's the strategy for these two teams now with 12 seconds remaining?
Right now, Jacob Kava needs to make his next free throw, and then just hold, and then they need to get the ball away from the Eagles as quick as possible, and then just hold on to it.
As for the Eagles, what's their plan here?
Eagles, when they if Kava misses this, they need to get that rebound, go down, and shoot as fast as possible a 3-point shot to tie it up.
All right, folks, clock winding down on this timeout. I am just at a loss for words right now. My apologies if I'm leaving you with some dead air. I'm just trying to comprehend what's going on. All right, Davies breaks from their huddle, as do the Deacons now. Jake Cava coming to the charity stripe now. At the line, got one more to shoot. It's good! Cava got it! My goodness! Clock winding down now. Veit with it for the Eagles. Got to do something fast. Driving forward up for two. Hold on a second, folks. We got some confusion, and that's it! That's it! The clock winds out! The comeback is complete! The Deacons have won! Miracle at McCormick! You can call it that, folks, because that's what happened tonight. Hunter, tell us, who are some of the key contributors in this crazy game?
Key contributors for the Shanley Deacons is definitely going to be Jake Reinholtz, hitting that buzzer beater at the end of the second half, I should say. He had 16 total points. And then number 2 for them would be Shane Donhauer, number 12. But then for the Davies boys, it's going to be Jake Paper with 23 and Olson with 13.
Well, the Eagles had an incredible first half. They built up some big leads in the first and the second. Shanley, however, was resilient and put together one of the greatest comebacks I've seen. Folks, what an incredible game. Just an unbelievable finish. We were so glad to bring that to you today. You know, as we said, Davies came in here with a better record, a huge, a great standing in the EDC, ranked very high. At the end of the day, though, the Deacons did not give up. They remained resilient, and they completed that comeback. What a game, what a finish. Well, for Hunter Matthias and our entire crew, I'm Jed Thomas. The final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 87, Davies Eagles 85. To watch the entire archive version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to ShanleyTV.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.